Hey everyone, it's Madgarou here. I know I haven't been doing unit reviews for Brave Exvius, but for Full Moon Karten, I wanted to give a review. There's been a lot of negative hate for him, and I'm going to be honest, I am a little disappointed, but there are some pretty interesting and powerful things about him that I think we should also kind of focus on, just because there always has been a lot of hate. And then we realized, oh, there's one or two really, really powerful things. And for being a limited unit, I kind of want to highlight those. So please stay tuned. All right, let's go with the TMR and STMR. The STMR for Karten is actually really well tuned for Karten. We'll just go increase attack 60, get 50% when dual wielding, and you're only going to be dual wielding Karten for this. And increase physical damage against demons, humans, and reapers by 50%. These are the two of the three best killers I think in the game. Demons and humans are very common. Reapers a little not so much, but you're still talking about 80% of all the bosses that we're usually fighting against. And more importantly, when you have this along with the TMR, you're nearing cap at both the killers and the attack, and you are fully at cap when dual wielding, just from equipping the STMR on Karten. So that gives a lot of flexibility overall. Flame of Vengeance isn't working for me. It's 53 attack. Accessory gives Karten only an extra 100 flat attack and also gives you 25% killers of the three there, Demon, Human, and Reaper. Good TMR, but you're probably going to need to mix and match with him, and I'll explain why. But I do plan on getting two of each. Both the TMR and STMR, as long as I get two of each there, but I'm not going super deep for Karten. And that kind of hurts me a little bit. His normal form, though, let's just go quickly over this. Triple Shadow, well, everything. The Voracious Appetite is an HP and MP drain. Pretty much at best. Wailing and Somber Claw are the exact same. Wailing's water, Somber is dark. They decrease the elemental resistance by 130% and give the element to physical attacks for all allies for 5 turns. For dark, this is really, really great. For water, there's other units I think do a little better, because this only gives the dark or the elemental physic and magic damage to the caster, not to all allies. So I am a little disappointed by that. We also have physical damage with Ignore. 50% to the enemy, mitigate physical damage taken 60 MP, 100 to caster Stardust. Haunting Barrage is also here. Backloaded Bolting Strike, very, very nice. Gives 125% for 5 turns to caster for the 3 as well on top of it. And recovers, and both of them recover 100 MP to the caster. Most likely what you're going to be doing if you're going to be setting up for your final damage, the turn before, or 2 turns before, you're going to be casting Somber, Shrouded, and Haunting Barrage to get everything ready for everybody. Then you're going to be switching to others, including the Brave Shift Limit Burst. Then you're going to do the Brave Shift final attack. That's how you're going to optimize his damage. So he does require a little bit of setup for full optimization, especially if you don't have ability to give better than 125 to these 3 killers. The Cursed Gift you can also do, but you can do that a little bit earlier. He can decrease fist resistance, attack magic to all enemies. The fist resistance is useful because you can't fit Tifa everywhere. But the attack and magic, to be quite honest, is not as useful. Yeah, it helps, but unless if you don't have anyone who can do anything, and at this point, almost all the support units can do some type of breaks, I'm not a huge fan of it. The 300% attack for 5 turns of caster is fine. Evade 5 physical attacks is fine, and the increased dark resistance, 100%, water resistance, 75% is fine. I just wish it did something like maybe get rid of the evade, give me more attack and magic, or give me a higher attack. Give me something. I don't know. Other than the fist resistance, I'm not so happy about this at all. The Magnum here is also kind of one of those that sounds great, but restore 100% HP and MP to caster, mitigate physical damage 70% for 4 turns to caster, and then you have the increased resistance to break and cure breaks for all 4 of your majors there. Just to the caster though, not to everyone else. It's okay, but once again, I guess if you're short on MP, it's useful, but I'm not sure how many people are going to be using Regain Composure. For the second EX, and remember for this, you can get, if you do 5 summons and you get 1, along with the EX coins, right there's your EX2. You can get Warring Spirit at the start of a battle, which gives you 60 Limit Burst Crystals. You really should get him down to 40 with the 40X. If you get him to EX3, he does get an attack plus 500, which is pretty big up there. His Bloodlust Control gives 160, 90 of attack, 90 HP, 60% defense, spirit, 50% MP. Really, we probably are only going to be caring about the attack. The MP is probably just going to give him enough to keep on running through everything. But what I like is this little bit of tidbit here. There are some ways that, if we want to increase physical damage against demons, humans, spirit, or demons, humans, and reapers by 150% for 3 turns when HP drops below 50%. So maybe doing a Gravaga or something that will damage him, it will be very helpful. Chance to counter physical and magic attacks with Bloodlust Control at 80% for 1 per turn is nice. He has 40% innate evasion, can recover 10% of MP per turn, do wields, and his normal attack is Umbral Strike. And if you've got the STMR equipped, you gain another 60% increase in attack when equipped with a fist, 150% dual wielding, 200% chain modifier cap while dual wielding, 100% to charm, which a lot of people are probably going to forget, and it's going to be useful if we start getting charm again. And we have this physical damage against demons, humans, and reapers by 150%. So if you include that, plus this here, so you're looking at 280% attack, 200% dual wielding, 200% chain modifier dual wielding, and 200% of the killers for demons, humans, and reapers with this STMR equipped. Once again, with the EX plus 2 that you should be able to get as long as you have enough VIP coins overall. The Bloodlust Control is just a physical damage that gives some HP as well. It's a 40x Divine Ruination skill. Nothing super awesome, but yeah, he can heal 2,000 per time he gets attacked. Activated by Umbral effect here, you get the Umbral Strike, which just gives you a Bolting Strike as your normal attack. And for the Limit Burst here, I'm going to spend a little bit of time going through this. You've got a physical damage of 150x of one enemy. It's okay, but this is the unit that allows us to absorb dark damage taken for 1 turn to all allies. So at this point, if you have a Karten and you have a Cressnik, you have the ability to make dark damage literally impossible to hurt you for the entire round, unless if the unit then can completely dispel your dark damage taken. And at that point, I'm not sure what you're going to be really doing much for dark damage other than internal stuff, and that's just going to be a mechanic that I hope to God we never see very often. But this is a very abusive. With Cressnik, when attacked, he gains 10 crystals. Mad, but there's 40 here. Yeah, if you can equip dual wield and make him attack twice, that gives him 4 attacks, which gives you 40 crystals. And on top of it, if you give him a counter weapon, like say, or counter, and he counters, then he will autofill as a counter to that, and that will always give you 40, allowing Karten to there, and then Cressnik can do whatever he wants on top of it. So it's a very, very, very nice limit burst, not for attack, but for the utility. It's very niche, but this is one of the main reasons why I want Karten, is just for this. There are going to be a lot of trials where you can absolutely abuse this tactic. Now for the Brave Shift form, the Voracious Appetite is no different. Predatory Pounce is very interesting. You'd have the ability to decrease defense and spirit by 80% for 5 turns to one enemy, much better. Also gives you decrease in fist resistance to one enemy, 25% is top of that. Has the bolting strike, and you can evade 2 physical attacks for 1 turn as well. Monstrous Mauling is a pretty decent overall skill here that allows you to start a stray, 380% max. For all of these, it's not end-loaded, so a little surprised why they separated that out. Same goes for Lupine Laceration for Bolting Strike. But here is the big one here, is the Feral Frenzy. You've got 3 uses per battle. You inflict Berserk with increased attack 500% for 1 turn to caster. So this is its own unique. So if you're doing Cow, you have 400% plus 500% additional attack with 300, 300, and up to 1370x damage. Bolting Strike combination here. So this is where all the big power is coming from. And actually, if you use his Limit Burst with 4 turns before that, gives another 20x to that as well. So it actually goes to 320, and almost 1400x at that point. Very, very powerful. This is what I kind of want to focus on, going to play around with, see what I can do. Now remember, on the turn before, if you get him down below 50% HP, that gives 150% killers on top of it. Let's see what we can turn that into. At EX3, he gets 500 additional attack. The big problem here is that between Tifa and Full Moon Karten, there's not that many super powerful gloves, so just having one or the other is probably going to be your big decision here. And Tifa's probably just a little bit easier for people and a little bit more powerful overall, but I think the goal here is for Karten to be fully focused on Burst. Once again, no changes to the EXs. Bloodlust Control is the same. So is Umbral Effect and the Cursed Precursor. But we do have to talk about Savage Strength. This is the one thing that I am not a huge fan of this unit. And so this is a dual-edged sword. So you gain another 40% when attacked with the fist. Okay, no biggie. Cast Savage Strength every turn. Savage Strength. Physical damage 30x with HP sacrificed to one random enemy. So you lose 25% of your HP. Now, with that, you can also use that to your advantage overall so that you can get to this one right here, which is your increased physical damage against demons. Not against this at all. It's this increased chance of being targeted by 100%. The main damage is going to be this form, and being targeted at 100% is going to be incredibly annoying. You're going to need to have someone higher than 100% for it to be targeted. And so with this does kind of hurt him a bit, so you can't be in this form for super long, unless if you have enough physical evasion and like say Sky or another one that can lower physical attacks overall. That would be fantastic, but at this point that is the best that we can do. The increased defense spirit 3 when HP drops below 50% is fine, and increases resistance to all enemies when HP drops below 85% is fine. Basically, the turn afterwards, you will get the elements 50% guaranteed, and third turn, if you have him equipped, you'll get this. But all in all, I'm a little disappointed at that one right here. We did talk about his limit burst. The increased modifier 20x is going to be a little bit of helpful, but compared to his finale here, it doesn't really add a great deal, but still, another 60x to this, and you're talking you're talking over 2000x max, which is actually still not as incredible as some other things here, but this is still very, very useful with this 500% on top of it. That's what we've got to focus in on. But once again, other units, I believe, are a little bit more powerful overall. So I think the main thing, though, is going to his normal form is the ability for using his brave shift, his limit burst to do to give absorb dark damage taken for one turn to all allies. I think that's the main thing that you're going to be going for him, and what you want. So I went a little longer than I'd like, but I kind of wanted to say all the potential uses for him. He is a bit disappointing, but I do think he has his niches. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Overall, I am going to get one, just because that dark damage taken for one turn to all allies is the biggest draw for me right now. Let me know what you guys think. And you know what? I will see you guys later. Bye, everyone.